On the behalf of over 10,000 petitioners, Yosefu Kalugaba, Abdul Chigongo, Apollo Nyegere, and Batwiremu Elifaz filed a petition against Uganda and Tanzanian government in the East African Court of Justice. They claim to have remained displaced for over 23 years without homes, livelihoods, heritage or property. This followed the 2000 border conflicts between Uganda and Tanzania, when the Tanzanian government, under the leadership of the former Tanzanian president, Jakaya Kikwete, gave a directive to expel them, alleging that they were refugees from Uganda, Congo, Rwanda and Burundi.
Because alongside the border, these borders are porous. So you cannot know which side is which. So up to now, people are still crisscrossing. Now what is so bad is that the other big chunk of land that went on Tanzanian side, people, because that is a cultural corridor, people are always getting there to get water and pasture. Because remember, that was the former land, the Uganda land by that time before it was taken up to Tanzania. And once they did displace those people, they were not compensated.
There have been efforts by the two governments to address the situation. They constituted what they called a joint verification committee. Of course, these people were hopeful that the committee would do its work and they'll get justice, but the committee just kept quiet. Apart from correspondences from the heads of state, nothing has moved. So these people have been patiently waiting and actually following up. There have been verbal promises, there have been meetings, and it's only now that they have lost all hope and decided to go the legal way.
The group, through their legal team led by Mwesigwa Lukutana, allege that they were illegally evicted from their settlements when Tanzania surveyed its borders and encroached part of River Kagera, finding their way in Uganda.
And we have now petitioned the East African Court of Justice. Because these people are thousands, tens of thousands, as I said earlier, not all of them can come to court. They appointed representatives who I have shown you, and the first step in the petition is to seek a court order authorizing the choice of those people to represent them. They chose these three petitioners who have already shown you, and we have started the process. As a result of the injustices, the expelled persons have petitioned the East African Court of Justice for redress.
Besides that, as we've been saying, we have been living in Tanzania for all that time, and some are Tanzanians, some are the ones who are looking for water and pastures, but of course they went there through a process of law. They acquired documents. Then finally others found themselves in Tanzania because of the border demarcation. And we have been in Tanzania all that time until today. I mean, until the time when we were chased away. So that was the whole problem. So we have been trying to negotiate. We have gone through both governments to make sure that they can understand our cause and we get back, but it was still in vain until we have found the right people to take our cause to justice. That's the little maybe I can say, because most have been said. He went to court and won the case, and he was given this document to prove that, from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, to prove that he was a typical Tanzanian. But as we talk, even is among the people who were displaced from Tanzania. That is to show that everything that was done was not proper.
Okay. So, I get
The petitioners stated 15 grounds in court.
represented by most Warkutan and company advocates and OSHA advocates, the expelled persons are seeking orders that, one, the actions of the two governments contravene the provisions of the treaty for the establishment of the East African Treaty. The two governments neglected to implement the orders of the Sovereign Republic of Uganda and Tanzania through their respective heads of states, compelling both countries to constitute joint verification committees aimed at settling, compensating, and further addressing the rights of the expelled persons. 3, that the expelled persons are also seeking compensation, damages, and or restitution from the government of Uganda and Tanzania. They seek an order for damages and or mandamus to compel the governments of Uganda to protect and or recompense the expelled persons for their losses.
They allege that Chikwete's directives leading to their eviction was inhuman, that saw Tanzanian joint security forces raiding their cattle and destroying their property.
Now, what is so bad is that those people who are living at the border, they are living on the side of Uganda, but that area is raised. They are living in hilly places. Then they go down to have access on water. What these Tanzanians are doing, they send soldiers there and intercept their animals. And the charge that they put upon the animals too is really worse. Because one cow can be charged 150 Tanzanian shilling, and it is not even receipted. They cannot give it a receipt. So if they intercept 100 cows, you expect to come back with about 65 cows. The rest will have been taken to them as the means of payment. So that is a very big problem, and it is still going alongside the border.
The petitioners are now residing in refugee camps of Chaka and Kibale in Uganda. Meanwhile, the Anti-Corruption Court, before Judge Margaret Tebulia, has set 17th October 2023 to resume with the hearing of the case, where the former Nagric boss Dr. Charles Lago, Wakulira Mathias and now Kenya are facing charges of corruption, abuse of office, and causing loss of 4.5 billion to the government. Prosecution alleges that Dr. Charles Lago, together with other co-accused, in September 2019 at Nagric offices in Entebbe, in abuse of their offices, signed and witnessed over 1.3 billion contract between Nagric and Kibubu Agro Suppliers Limited for supply and delivery of animal semens without clearance from the Solicitor General. Prosecution is represented by Aliango Stephen and Mugamba David, senior state attorneys, and the accuser represented by Batenda Gerard, together with other lawyers.